What's up, guys? It's Danny and Gray's Cards and Toys, and we are coming back at you again today with another video. We're coming off of the 2024 Hall of Fame induction weekend, and let me just say, pretty good time spent. I mean, I know we've had those negatory videos with the Hall of Fame, and it wasn't nearly as bad. I mean, yes, they're still running around with armed guards with these people after the brunch, and they're kind of just deterring them away. But, you know, I think that's a thing of just the current world we live in, so to speak. I guess that's the right term for it. But, I mean, the only down thing that I don't like that they're doing, and I will say this before we get going, is the red carpet. I mean, you can go to the Dine and Shine and do pretty good, I guess. But when they come out, I mean, I think they should allow, it was only about 5 or 6 of us standing there wanting to get some signatures. They didn't, you know, they discouraged it. So I'm kind of overstanding at that door. I'll just be honest with you. It's just not going to work. I mean, 3 years straight. Yeah, we've gotten Mark Martin twice, but he wasn't there this year. But besides that, I mean, not really much bad that I want to say. I mean, I do want to say congrats to Donnie, Jimmy, and Chad on their induction. And I actually done pretty good, I mean, for the 2 days that I went. I mean, we knew on Saturday I was going to get some guaranteed signatures from the Hall of Famers for the class of 2024. But on Friday for the induction day, you just never know. I mean, you go on a whim and you try and you see what you can get. So we did manage to get some, and no particular order here, just kind of going to show you guys. I added Leonard Wood to this. I already had Harrison, Eddie, and Lynn, so this one's complete. Yeah, I added Leonard and got him coming out of the brunch, and I was like, yeah, I know we can get him. So I said, Mr. Wood, do you mind signing? They kind of stopped. And the lady, I don't know if it was daughter or something, I'm not sure who the lady was, but she said, yes, anything Harrison Burton, we will definitely stop for you. So I appreciated that. And then Leonard was always nice, and he signed there, so it was nice to get that signed by Leonard. And then later on, I think before the red carpet or something like that, I forgot, maybe after, I can't remember. Managed to finally catch up with Winston Kelly. Just grabbed these. Had these for stocks, and I've already got most of these signed. I don't think I have this one, though. But always good to see him. He's always good to sign, so nice to add those. Got Kyle in the waiting area that they have right outside the induction ballroom, where they have the induction ceremony at, and I got Kyle Petty, saw him, so added him to this. I need to get Richard to sign it. I mean, I can get some of the other drivers on here too. I know that John Andretti, not going to happen. Buckshot Jones, don't see him. Bill Elliott's far-fetched. Stacy Compton, no. Ward Burton's doable. Dave Blaney, seen him. Casey Atwood, unless I mailed it. But I'll probably just get Richard on this and I guess call it a day. But thanks to Kyle for signing. It's kind of funny, when we left the induction ceremony, not intentional, but when we left out, we went to get on the elevator, and we walked out with Kyle Petty, so it's pretty cool. So nice guys always. Mingling around, not surprised at this. He's been there the last 2 years, and it's good to always see him. And that's Kurt Busch. So glad to have gotten him. I had 4. He said I'll do a couple, so that's fine. Getting him on that was awesome, and then obviously getting him here. I don't think that I've gotten a photo with Kurt Busch in my me and driver kind of selfie collection. I may have, but I don't think that I do, so that was nice to add that. So thanks to Kurt. And it was nice to add this. I got Jessie to sign at Stocks on this, and she's like, I can remember that, and I'm like, yep, that was last year at the induction ceremony, and it was good to see Mr. Jerry Punch. He signed at the conclusion of the induction ceremony, and it was nice seeing them. So always great people right there. Now this one, you're probably going to be like, really? But I was really, really pumped to get this right here signed, because I'm down to like 2 cards. I think it's Marvin Williams. He was supposed to have been there. And then Steve Letarte. And I think I'll have the whole set of this Kickball Classic set signed. This was the first annual Kickball Classic that they had, I believe, with Coiler Joy and them. And they made a set of cards. And I don't think there was a lot of these produced. Well, I bought a set because I was like, I can get most of these signed. Well, I've got it down to, like I said, those 2 left that I believe that's all it is. But I've been toting this around for a while. So just one of those never give up moments. You'll eventually get it if you're patient. Time, it takes time on some of these sets to get people like Steve Letarte. I'll eventually get that. Now the Marvin Williams, I don't know. Maybe there's an address I can send it to, but I would honestly be scared to send it because it's kind of not easy to replace that card where it was a special set. Got one of these books at the induction ceremony, the Class of 2024 yearbook. Obviously got Donnie, Jimmy, and Chad there. I'll kind of raise this up so I can get that glare off. Sorry for the glare. But this is the book for this year. And nice to have. Maybe try and get it signed. I don't know. Donnie would be pretty easy. I'll get that at some point. But nice to have that. And then on the induction night, I was able to add Jerry Cook and Donnie Allison to my flag. And I was happy to do that. This flag's really turning out to be pretty awesome. And then we added somebody else. We'll get to that here in a moment. But we've got 2 more pieces for the first day, the induction ceremony. And then we'll move into the autograph session for Saturday. I'm trying to fold this over so I can get to those when we do. So, all right. And then last but not least, I done it just because I had a feeling maybe I could get one of the 2. I brought a Larson car, and then I brought a championship car because I wanted to get Cliff Daniels on it. Now, I already had Kyle Larson on the front of the championship car, but I had wanted to get Cliff, and I'm very, very picky about bringing a car that I've already gotten previously somebody on, especially a Larson, obviously, to a track or anything. I mean, you never know. You got to carry them around to get them signed, but man, it makes me nervous that something's going to happen to the car after I've gotten it signed already. But didn't see him, and I was looking for him after the induction ceremony. Well, I saw him during the induction because they showed him on screen and stuff, and I saw him from afar. But after the induction, I saw him one time, and then I seen him on stage, and then I just lost track of him. When we went out into the foyer room, because they were pushing us back to get out of the room and all this stuff. You can't go up front, blah, blah, blah. We kind of figured that was because of Jimmy Johnson. I mean, I'm sure. Because they weren't that hard pressed the year before doing it. But anyways, waited out in the lobby a little bit, maybe 5 minutes or so, and I was scanning the room, and then I saw him, and I took off, and I was like, Cliff, God, man, I am so happy to see you. I mean, obviously, that's a good duo right there. I say that is 2 future Hall of Famers on that car. And that's just my opinion. I think Cliff and Kyle, that year that they had was pretty epic. And he signed the back right there. And glad to add that. I would like to get Rick Hendrick on this. Obviously, Jeff Gordon, far-fetched. But never met Rick Hendrick. Gotten his autograph through the mail, but it's crazy. I've never met him. I've never met Roger Penske. Those 2 were in attendance, but still have yet to get them. And then I added him on this. This was the one that I brought for Larson. Recently got this in. It's an Elite the Metro Tech Coke 600 win. And I was like, you know what? I'm getting Cliff on the back. Why not? So when I get Larson, I'll have another duel. And that's a good one because that is a Coke 600 win. So it's nice to add him to that. And then we've got our last pieces. And we'll close this thing out. This was Saturday. They had the, autograph session for the members only. And they had Chad, Jimmy, and Donnie there signing. And I managed to get some from each. They were saying one per. I didn't push it with Donnie. And I got this one. This is the 2024 class induction postcard. Yes, I would have liked to gotten the others on there. If I had it to redo over, would I have tried to get Chad? Yes, I would have probably handed that to him and gotten two. But, it is what it is. And then I got, speaking of Chad, I got him on the flag. And I also got Jimmy Johnson. It just looks funny seeing him sign and then putting 84. But anyways, speaking of Jimmy, I was getting him. And I had this NASCAR Authentics. And obviously you guys can see the car. It's the 7x7x7 tribute car for, Jimmy, Dale, Earnhardt, and then Richard Petty, all being 7-time champs. And I had it laying there kind of with it. And he was like, hey, did Richard sign that? I was like, yeah, he did. He's like, well, you got to give it to me because we got to make it right. And I'm like, okay. I kind of wanted you to sign it anyway. So it was on Jimmy at that point. If the Hall of Fame workers would have said something, I would have been like, hey, this guy's telling me to hand it to him. So got Jimmy on there. And I'm telling you what, guys, that is an epic piece now. Richard Petty and Jimmy Johnson both together on that. Man, I've wanted to get this because I wanted to get Richard on it. Did I think I would get Jimmy Johnson on it? No. I kind of just had closed the case on it. I wasn't going to worry about it. And it just, all the stars aligned. So, yes, I'd like to have the 124, I guess, of it now, seeing this. But I'm not going to worry about that. I'll just take this. But that is everything, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed. As always, thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. And this is Danny and Gray's Cards and Toys. And we'll see you guys later. Take care, guys. God bless.